Making moves beyond loss. I'm Cortne Lee Smith.
I'm Fulton Smith.
Making sure you don't get stuck in complicated grief.
Today's moving day.
Every Wednesday morning, 5:30 a.m. here on Praise Charlotte.
Today is moving day.
Hey, what we moving? We are expanding our territory. How about that? We enlarging our territory. And what that means is we getting beyond couldas, wouldas, shouldas. And we getting to where it is. What it is. Yes, what it is. And that's what we really have to focus on, what it is. So when we're talking about what it is and we're talking about expanding our territory, on this journey of when we've lost, when we're going through grief, whether it's a loved one, whether it's our finances, whatever it is that we have to say that can't be anymore, because it's just the facts of life. Some things just can't be anymore. So the purpose is not to get us stuck there. We need to be making moves.
Making moves.
And what kind of moves we need to be making, baby? Positive moves.
Yes, positive moves. It's a funny thing. Say, I'm glad you mentioned that. What moves you need to be making? Hey, you talk about this all the time, just being in a closet and what's that fancy word, kleptomaniac or something, that kleptomaniac, and you get in a daze, you need breathing room. Yeah, because when you're in this one room right here with all the windows shut down and stuff, and then you're trying to solve all your life issues and what's going on in your life, then you shut up in this room and you're still frustrated. And once you go outside and that fresh air hits you in the face, it seems like your mind get to be thinking more positive things start coming your way. You start feeling better, relaxing better. Then you come back inside and you go back in the same position. So it's moving in a positive direction. It means it's a good thing for you moving forward, because you're sitting in one spot so long and you have no way of moving from one situation to another.
I like that, what you said. Breathing room. Mm-hmm. So we gonna flow with that today, you all. Breathing room. So everybody kind of just take a moment and go. I know it's a little early in the morning, but that's what we got to do this morning. We got to say we're going to have breathing room today. So just give yourself space and say we're going to have breathing room. And what we're going to do is have breathing room to move freely in our new day, in our new moment, and new things that come. We're going to learn how to take a good breath and move with those things. We're going to move with those things today. So in this place, when I think about breathing room, and it was a great analogy that you gave, it's just like it's claustrophobic. You got so many things, you got so much going on, whether it's in your mind, whether it's physically, whether it's emotionally. So the first thing we're going to do to get us some breathing room is we're going to start packing up some stuff. That is one of the biggest things on the journey of grief, where it becomes complicated because we try to hold on to everything from yesterday. We try to hold on from everything from yesterday. And when I say that, I'm not talking about release all of your memories, but baby, when we got together after we both lost our spouses and stuff, God had a way of shaking some of that stuff away from us that we didn't need. So,
I still remember that what we discussed together. Got to do some adjusting.
Yeah,
got to do some adjusting. I always say it's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna hang in there and do some adjustment in there. And sometime in life that is very difficult. But what me and my wife talks about all the time is determination and discipline. So you have to put that into your ingredients, because it's hard to bring in new furniture. I'm just using the word new furniture when you don't have the room to bring in new furniture. You're going to leave your new furniture on the outside and you're going to ruin all the money you don't pay for it because it's sitting outside in the rain. And that's the same thing with Almighty Father been telling us. And that's He won't be able to bless us till we be able to move all the negative distraction out the way. Because it's like you want a fresh cup of water and you already got a full cup of water in that glass, been sitting there for 3 or 4 days, and you say, well, I'm just gonna add some more water to it, and you be adding fresh water to it, and you just be running over on the table.
Oh Lord, you just that was a preacher moment right there to inspire you. I want some fresh water. We always say, God, I want you to do a new thing in me. I want you to give me something new. Whether it's something tangible, we asking God for a new, or whether it's something emotional, physical, we always asking God for a new thing. But are we ready to start off in an empty place? Are we ready to move everything out of the way to start over new? And that's a hard thing. Like you were saying, it's a hard thing. It's called discipline and determination. Are you determined to move to a new place? Are you determined to get there? And it's a process. And, we're going through this process right now of packing up to move to this new territory that God has for us. And when I say that it's a physical place, we're moving to a new home, because we need new space to do the new things that God has called us to do. In order to do that, sometimes even when you're packing up, you can't take old junk with you if you're expecting God to bless you with some new things. And when I say that, we here in this flesh, it's hard for us to let go of some stuff. It's got such sentimental value. It means so much to us. But the thing is, we really need to take the time. I'm telling you all this morning, take the time, look around your place and assess the value that what you holding on to. You've had it 20, you had it 30, you had it 40 years. Some of you all got stuff from your mama, your daddy. You have it and you holding on to it. And what it's doing is collecting dust. And we know the word says we can hold on to some things and they have no value. All they do is turn to corrosion. They turn to dust. But the thing is, if you can hold on to the memory, make a photo of it, make a video of it, collage it in a different way so you can make room for some new things that God has for you. And this is talking about even in your mind. This is where I really want to start off with us on moving day, when we're talking about getting some breathing room. We need to get some breathing room in our mind. We need to get some breathing room in our heart. We need to get some breathing room in our spirit, because we holding on to some old beliefs, some old values that we don't even allow ourselves to evolve and become a new person and get the new revelations of the day that God has for us. So on moving day, let's pack up some of those things that have no purpose or have no use for us. And I'm going to tell you, I don't have a problem giving away stuff. My husband say I give away too much. I'll give away some stuff. I'll even give you some valuable information. I will give until I can't give anymore, because I know I cannot outgive God. But I know you got something to say, baby.
I know. I want to talk about this unused theory you're talking about, sentimental value, because I mastered that sentimental value, and I learned that from you, how to get rid of sentimental value. Sentimental value can be very destructive and if not used properly. Mm-hmm. And the thing about this big company that you're working for, once or twice a year, they have to take inventory. And you have to remember, they're taking an inventory for a reason, to see what they have and what they need to get rid of. Because a lot of stuff you have, stuff is out of date, and you can't sell to the public because it's out of date. And they can't profit if they got outdated goods. So they have to take inventory and move the stuff that's out of date, bring new stuff in. And so that's the same thing the Lord telling us, and the same thing that's in our mind, spiritually and mentally, that we cluttered up so much out of date stuff because we have sentimental value on that. And sentimental value is not, once again, if sentimental value is not used properly, it can be destructive in our life. And we have to really get a legal pad and take an inventory in our life, what's outdated and what's need to be kept and what's outdated. And that's what we need to do, because we hold on too much stuff that don't matter with life, and you wonder why your life is not moving, wonder why your life is heavy on one side and the other part is light, because you got this on your left side, you got all your sentimental value on the left side, and your collarbone getting ready to break off because it's sentimental value holding you down. You can't move. So take an inventory of your life. Just take an inventory and see what you need to get rid of.
Yeah, I like that. So on this morning, while you're listening in, take an inventory. take an assessment of what it is that you're holding on to. And like I said, it is not just the tangible things that's taking up space, that's causing clutter, that you're stepping over in the physical, that's piled up in the piles in the corner. Because some of you all are very meticulous in life. Y'all are very organized. So if somebody walked into your space, your physical space, everything looks to be in order, but your spiritual space, you got piles over here of what your mama said that you should or you can't do. You got piles over here from all the religious people who have spoken your life, but you haven't allowed the Holy Spirit to come in and clean any of that and leave just the revelation of the word in your life. So your spirit is cluttered. Your mind and your emotions are cluttered because the world tells you this is only one way to grieve. These are the only ways to cope. This is the only way that you can do something. But that is not true. So, baby, tell us what it is that's stirring you over in your soul over there.
No, they're just everyday living. And what I mean by that, everyday living, we wants to speed stuff up. We want to put stuff in its proper place. But we have to realize, like me and my wife talks all the time, and I talk to a lot of people. My wife said I talk a lot, but I do it for a reason. But I always keep this in my mind. And talking to this 85-year-old lady, and she say, our biggest threat is ourselves.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is we try to control life rules. Life have rules, and that's what I'm saying. When you ask me what's my, we trying to put stuff in order. We think we trying to put stuff in order. Life have rules. Life don't want that over there. We're gonna try to put it over there and know it and wonder why we having problems. Life say no. Life say it does go with yonder, not where you want it at. And now I'm gonna say this man, when you're talking about inventory, running inventory in your life. This man, if you run the inventory in your life, you can walk around and don't bump and hit your toe on nothing. What I mean by that, all your stuff is organized. You can be so organized. You can walk through your house at nighttime, just like you tell me all the time. I said, "But why you cut all these lights off?" Because I know where I'm at. I know every step of the house.
I can maneuver in the dark
Yes.
because I am the light. Yes. See, be the light in your own house. Who will say I can maneuver in the dark?
Having your life in order. Just imagine that you walk through your house and you bumping your toes on everything. That means your life is not all. That's the same thing with life. Every time you get up in the morning time or walk around, you button into something. You stuff. Every time you get frustrated, that means you button your toes against something. That means you got all that clutter on the floor. You got to move. You got to take time, take inventory. Sometimes inventory is the difficult of life, but you have to take it because once you take it and remove stuff out the way, watch how your life will be mentally, physically, and spiritually.
And let's interject this. This is not something we just hear talking about, but this is something we know from our own personal experiences. But then even working with our clients, because what my husband was saying about the bumping in the toes, a lot of us don't take inventory of our lives until something happens tragic, because the loss teaches us a lesson. And it takes us to that to realize we were bumping our toes on a whole bunch of stuff because we were offended by the way somebody looked at us. We were offended by the tone that they used. We are so offended by things that we are constantly bumping and cutting and hurting ourselves because we don't know how to flow in life. And that's what my husband was talking about. We stay offended, we stay bumping, we stay frustrated, and we never can get into the flow because we are distracted. Like I said, we get distracted by the couldas, the wouldas, the shouldas of what our expectations of somebody else, instead of saying, hey, I can go to God and find out what it is he wants me to do. What's my next, and not get so caught up in looking at the man next door and deal with the mirror lady, the mirror man. And that's on our journey, even in our relationship as husband and wife. It's easy for us to look at the other person and say, hey, this is why we in this situation because you didn't do. But the thing is, we have to take ownership on every part of the journey and not spend so much time in regret land, spend so much time in remorse land, in bitter land, in blame land. And we got to start packing that stuff up and moving beyond the loss. So come on, baby. I love it when you're talking with me.
You have to realize stuff when you say packing up stuff and be making blunders in our life, and stuff is not going the way we're going. You have to realize life has speed limits.
Haha, yes.
Life has speed limits. You have to realize that, and you can't digest anything in society breaking the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean breaking the speed limit is me and my wife talk about it all the time. And my wife, she's a great thinker, and I get on her about that because a lot of times she overthinks, and we have to slow out. We have, as the young folks say, we have to slow our roll down. We have to go 2 miles an hour to catch everything what we're doing, because we bring destruction on our own self. We have to just take a deep breath and like wax on, wax off. And digest everything in our life, what we need to be in our life and what not need to be in life, because our biggest problem is our destruction to ourselves, because we're trying to do everything so fast.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to put everything in order real quick. And sometimes I watch you and you sit there and talk about it, and you be trying to get stuff in order real quick, and then you settle down and you start thinking, you start, I figured out, because you took time and you settled down. And you figure out what's going on, but it's kind of hard to map stuff out when it's like a computer with a virus.
Ooh, I'm a computer with a virus sometimes.
Yeah,
I have to take ownership of that. Sometimes I'm a computer with a virus. I got too many tabs open. And sometimes the virus is ourselves. Sometimes the virus is other people, because we allow to take on too many things of other people in that, and if you're going fast already and your trunk way down, when you get ready to go over that speed bump, you're going to even be lower in the back, riding with the low back, baby. You know how that is in the old time cars. You hit over that speed bump. I saw that vision, and you just tear up your muffler in the back and everything. We know about old school cars, old school rides. Y'all might not know nothing about that, but that's what I'm saying, because you're carrying the load of everybody else and laying your back down. You got to make sure, like my husband say, slow it down, but also make sure you ain't carrying everybody's junk in the trunk. So don't just take it from the house and take it to the trunk. Get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this stuff in order to unweight. Go ahead, baby. I know you like that trunk in the junk.
This experience that I had there, that it cost me down the road there. Let's talk about mobile mechanic. Is what is built around. I've been built around, and I'm tell you how life works. Your mind is designed to carry so much weight.
Yes.
And you young now, or you may be one of the ones that got all the degrees, you can handle it. But let me tell you this: I got a van that I do my mobile service in. It only designed to haul bread. I bought that van. It's designed to haul bread. The bread is not that heavy. Now this van that is, I probably got at least 20 or 30,000 pounds in this van.
That's some heavy bread, y'all.
That's some heavy bread. And my transmission went out on me. And that's the reason why the transmission went out, because it was carrying more weight than it was supposed to carry. So I had to build my transmission and beef my transmission up where it can carry the weight. But my point, what I'm saying is, yes, you got your master's degrees and you're young and you think you got this endurance, you'll be all right. But let me tell you something, you only last so long. That tiredness to get to you. Sooner or later, your knees going to start getting out on you, your ankles going to start going on, your lower back problem going to start having, because you carrying, like my wife said, you carrying a whole lot of unnecessary weight for too long.
Too much junk in the trunk.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they got scrap yards. That's why they got garbage yards. To go somewhere and dispose of that stuff and get a fresh start before you break yourself down.
Yeah, recycle it. But what they said is what it is that you're treasuring, and you can give it to somebody else and allow them to use it. Everything does not have to be melted down, destroyed, stripped. Understand some of the things that you holding on to could truly bless somebody else. Be a blessing to somebody else. Release some of those things to bless somebody else, even if it's a little bit of knowledge today, so that you can empty out your mind of some things. And that analogy when you was talking about what your truck was designed to carry. We can be repurposed. Like you said, you can beef it up. You can add the transmission that's supposed to be there. But that is the thing that we doing. So here on moving day, what are you designed to carry? What is your load? Because the word says God gives you no more than you can carry. But how many of us are loading down our trunks, our minds, our bodies, our spirit with things that we were not designed to carry, and we haven't taken up the time to beef up ourselves and get the transmission redone, because we don't want to spend the cost or go through the process that it takes to get it done. You know, like I told y'all in the beginning, that we were getting in this process of moving, making boxes, but at the same time, you don't want boxes all over the place. You got to determine what you can get rid of right now, what it is that you don't need. You don't need to go get another storage place. You don't need to get another container. You don't need to get another pod. You don't need to get another junk room, another junk drawer, because all that is you become a hoarder of junk. And I know a lot of us say it's an organized place, so I'm not a hoarder. I don't have to manipulate myself around the hallways, so I'm not a hoarder. You know, as long as I got space for this stuff, I'm not hoarding. But do you have space for the things that God wants you to carry in your bread truck, that he's converting you into a mobile mechanic? Do you have the space to move into that new position that God is calling you to be in?
And there's another thing, now I'm glad you said huddle, this word huddle. And we create this. What I mean, we create this because we got this thing in life that I'm gonna keep folks. I'm gonna say it this way. You help me out, baby. I'm gonna keep folks out of my business.
Mm-hmm.
We got this way of life. They don't need to know my business. They actually say, I deal with my problems my own. That's the mistake right there. Because how can you clean your closet out when you got everything boggled up in your mind? And just I'm gonna make it in simple terms, just like your health start going down because your body is you're not exercising your body. Your body is built to be moving. Your body is built to be moving. I mean, like a car, you buy your brand new car and let it sit up for about a year or so and get the key and crank up, everything fall on the ground. Because this is a brand new car. Why? Because the car's made to be moving. You just let it sit there now, and now you're going to crank it up and it's falling apart. So what I mean by this, you got to exercise your body for it, your body to be refreshed every day. Your mind, it got to be refreshed every day. So this thing you got in your mind, say, I'm gonna keep folks out of my business. I'm handling my own stuff. Nobody don't know what I'm going through. See, you have to do a mind massage. And anytime you do a mind massage, that means you're gonna dialogue with one of your sister brothers that really understand you, that really know what you're going through. You talk to somebody that really know what you're going through, and you sit there and have a dialogue and share what's going on with you, and the other person share what's going on, and you find out when you get into that deep conversation, you put everything on the table, you find out when you leave that individual, your mind is ease, is the rule of life. When you're in a conversation with someone and you walk away feeling a whole lot better than you, that means you move a whole lot of stuff out of life, what they've been clogging up all day long. Because remember, that's how folks get sick.
Yeah. If y'all don't envision that analogy, y'all know we would love to spend all morning with you, but we got a limited time. But I want this analogy. I want y'all to grasp it and hold on to it. You are a vehicle, and you are designed to keep moving. And y'all remember in the beginning, we talked about positive progress. So moving in a positive way so you can breathe. So that means if you are a vehicle, you need to stay breathing. You need to have breathing room. That means your tubes and your oil and all the lines in your car need to stay breathing, need to have room so it's not clogged up, it's not suffocated. So what we want you to walk away in this last thing, the vehicle, you cannot stay stuck here. You cannot stay overloaded with the things of the world. So today we are giving you permission to pack up some of that stuff. We're giving you permission to get to moving. And the beauty of this is just a little snippet we're giving you here on Wednesday morning. We just want to get in and give you a little bit. But the thing is, if you want to stay connected with us, definitely jump over to the relationshipservicestation.com. We have so many things going on. But if you actually want to meet us, actually talk with us, actually join us on the journey of this. Meet us. That's right.
Oh, they gonna meet us.
They're going to meet us. And the good thing is they're going to meet us at the table. You know, I like at the table. I like eating. I like a little bit of food.
Said, yeah, there's going to be some food there.
It's going to be some food there. They're going to meet us at the table, baby, where we're going to be brunching, where we're going to be eating. But at the table, we actually going to serve up some tools to help continue, to help them get beyond law. So this is just a little snippet when you join us here on Wednesday mornings to hear about how you as a vehicle can make some moves. So when we're talking about expanding your territory, when we're talking about, you know, that thing that we always ask God for, remember in that expansion process, it requires you to have a new mind. It requires you to pack up some things. It requires you at some point to allow yourself to empty yourself. But what you got to do is take the time to take the inventory, take the time after you do the inventory, clean out the things that have no service. They're not serving the purpose that is outlined for your next. It had served you well in the past. It did some miraculous stuff for you, but now allow it to bless and serve somebody else. I need you all to do that. And I need you all because I want to meet you. I want to see you. I want to hear you. I want us to be able to actually see and hear what's going on in your life. So I want you to jump over to the relationship service station so you can click on Making Moves Beyond Loss and choose the option to meet the host so you can see us in your city, because we are going to be in 40 cities by the time we reach, you know, mid 2022. But catch us because we want to catch you and catch up with what's going on your grief journey. What you got going on, babe?
I love my wife. Boy, she had me with her loss. She being patient. She be teaching me how to do stuff. Because I tell anybody I'm a good old country boy, and I believe in working hard and stuff like that. But my wife, she educated me, and I'm wide open to learning. And each step I take with her, I learn each every day, and I'm very joyful for it. Some days I don't understand, but at the end, it all comes around. But let me say this.
Yes, baby. Tell me about it.
In closing, you know, something I heard what you say when you're talking about clutter. You have to realize each one of us individual is a storage for another person.
Yes.
That's very important. It's a storage for one person because each time you talk to an individual, you open up a door to put your stuff in storage. Because you always go back to that individual, your stuff in storage, and get the little piece that you left over there and bring it back. I can use this now. That's why we got our stuff in storage, because if we had our stuff all in this house, we won't be able to move around. And you see, storage is great if it be used in a proper way. Yes. So when you sit and have a dialogue with an individual, you look at it like this: I'm moving my stuff out and put it in storage for safekeeping. Because each time you talk to an individual, you talk to a secure person that you know that's only say what you know. I can't say it right, but it's private. And that's what you call storage.
Yeah, somebody who's going to be storage. I like that. And we have a quote that's on our page that actually says, yes, you got to do the work. But the thing is, you don't have to do it alone. So we're here to be your storage. Join us. And definitely, if you want to be a guest here, click on the page, find us so you can be a part of this Making the Move conversation. And we will see you. And again, here in the morning on Wednesday at 5:30 a.m. here on Praise Charlotte. And you can get it. You don't have to be in Charlotte. All you got to do is say on your Amazon and your Alexis, give me a little Praise Charlotte. 100.9.
100.9.
That's right. They don't have to be in Charlotte. How about that?
100.9.
That's right. Wake up at 5:30 in the morning on Wednesday and say, Praise Charlotte 100.9.
Can I get some coffee?
You can get some coffee now.
Okay.
Coffee time, y'all.